Hello, YouTube, and the internet, and who else has been watching this on a platform that does this illegally without asking me first if they can put the video up on my site, because I've actually found out some places do. Anyway, today, as you can see, it's by a shadowy image. I'm going to be revealing my dream Pokemon team, or discussing what I think would be a fun team to play around with, and what I would do for a Pokemon team just for fun, really. It's not a competitive team, it's not going to be one of those really awesome team setups. It's just one that has like a unique setup and advantages of its own. And with the order, it goes alphabetical, which fortunately for me, it's good. Now, the standards with this little fun thing I have is basically it had to be basically with the Evo training or advanced training stuff, which I apologize for my sister laughing so loud. But anyway, with the Evo training stuff, as you all know what that does, it increases stats beyond the normal limits. I'm only going to choose 3 stats each to increase, which I'll reveal with stat bars as they come up. So you guys like a limitation, because if I just go and just went up them all up with the evil thing, that would be no fun, really, for me. In this, because this is just all for fun. This whole project video thing is for fun. So, with that out of the way cleared, and also only one legendary or mythical. Only one. No more than that. And one Mega Evolved, one Z move Pokemon, and one Giga Pokemon. That's my standards. And anyway, yeah, let's get to it. So my first Pokemon out of the choices is the Decidueye. Now I bet you all like, the Decidueye? A starter? Well, I actually like a lot of starters actually, so I'm selecting some of my favorite starters. Which one I didn't put into this because although Greninja is awesome, there's another Pokemon that actually has a lot of cooler stuff of that I like more now, sadly. And it's only a 6-person team. If I could have more than 6, there would be a lot more Pokemon I would add. But this is why it's a fun Pokemon. Here's his base stats and all that. So now I'm trying to tell you which ones I would upgrade with the Evo. Now it has 3 really good stats. As you can tell by the green bars, that means they're good and all that. Now with that being said, with looking at it, I would say with me wanting to make sure my Pokemon is strong and he can do well and all that, for my evil train, I would go for his defense and HP, and to make sure so he doesn't die so easily with his HP, and he's a lot stronger with his defense because that's what he's a bit weak at. But then increases attack as well to make it so he can output a lot more damage than he already does, making him a lethal threat. That's what I would do. Basically, the top 3 ones: HP, attack, and defense for the Decidueye. Because although he may be slow, if he has good defenses, that can hit really hard, he can take out the enemy quickly. His two types which are Grass and Ghost, very fabulous typings up. But with his types up, he has some disadvantages like all Pokemon do. So here's his move set, which I have, which also he is the Z move Pokemon. And so he has a whole special Z move thing for the Decidueye, because the Decidueye has its own special thing. And so you would have to have this attack for one of his moves from his attack. There it's Shackle, which is a very cool ghost type move. It does 80 damage, accuracy 100%. It's a physical type move, which I thought with his old bow and arrow thing that this is what it does. I thought it was always a range attack, but I guess it makes more sense as a physical attack, really, but a ranged one. Anyway, with that, that is his Z move, and yeah, that's my Z move Pokemon. Next up is Psycut, which is useful against like Pokemon that like elite. And I don't remember the types. Really, is to balance out his weaknesses and all of that, make it so he can output damage against certain types. Really, I forget all type advantages, but I remember that the Psychic is a good move to have on Pokemon like the Decidueye or a Psychic type move to help him out in such situations. Then he has Giga Drain to restore his HP by taking out HP from an enemy as well, which is a good grass type move. It does 75 damage, which restores 75 HP if it's the max, if the enemy has max HP and all that. And then to get away from certain situations, like if he has major this type of disadvantages, and I'm not sure if he's gonna make an all U-turn to use to get him out of the situation, which I like as a getaway move. Next up, I have Gallade. Now Gallade is a very cool Pokemon, and he is my Mega Evolution Pokemon, which I'll show a pic at the end, because really, Mega Evolution just amps up his stance a lot in general and makes him a lot stronger. Now, his stats, as you can see here, they are well, very one-sided. Well, he has very weak stats in some areas. He has one powerful stat and one very well stat. Now, for me, with my three evos I could do upon him, I would do the following. I would increase his HP and defense, and then do his speed actually, so he can hit more sooner with his capabilities. With his Mega Evolution, his stats are also amped up in general, which would be interesting to see if it happens, because I don't have the stat block for his Mega Evolution enhancement. But if you guys can actually tell me in the comments below what they are, if there is any, that'd be fantastic. But yes, his type is Psychic and Fighting, as I said, or if I didn't, oops. And yeah, this is also with the whole thing, really. I'm trying to make it so all types are balanced. But that's like there's one Pokemon here that has one similar type to another, but that's because dumb luck, really, with the cool Pokemon for me selecting. And so here's his moveset. He uses Psychic Cut, which is a very strong Psychic type move, and he has some advantages, but that's one of his major moves. And then his next move is to cover up some of his weaknesses, actually, and actually make it so he can hit dragons hard, which that gives you an obvious hint. Draining Kiss restores HP as well while doing 50 damage, and it's one of the special attack type of things, as you can tell by the pool effect. But yeah, I figured that would be a good fairy type move to have on his hand in case needed. And then I gave him Night Slush, a dark type move, which would definitely cover up some weak points here and there. And basically make him very versatile. An Aura Spear I found out he could use, which I was surprised. Because that's usually Lucaio's signature move. But it's a very strong one, really. And I believe when he's more damaged, like it is in like some games, I'm not sure if it's the same here, but really it can actually even output more damage, which is a very cool move to have on hand. And here's his Mega Form, which is very cool looking. If you can't tell, he's like the knight in shining armor. Anyway, next off we have the one who has a similar typing actually to Gallade here, which is Infernape. Yes, the fire monkey. Woo, ah! I love Infernape. He's one of my favorite starters actually, alongside Greninja, Sceptile, Decidueye, Internal. Is that how you say his? Yeah, well, the final forms, really. But anyway, with that aside, as y'all know, Infernape is a very cool Pokemon. Now here's his base stats. Now as you can tell, he has some fairly good stats, a few weak points here and there. What I would do in this situation is Evo his HP and his defense, while also increasing his attack actually. So I would focus on the top three with him again, like I did with Decidueye actually, because one increases damage output, two increases melee defense and makes him up closer more, and three is HP, which you'll understand a bit here why I want to focus on getting up close with him. Fire and Fighting is his typing, which very nice typing I must say. His moves are Flame Wheel, because it's one of his signature moves that came out with him, and he was like one of the first to have it, I believe. Very cool move. He turns into a ball of fire, basically, and just whooshes like you like a spinning wheel, or the enemy, really. And does 60 damage, 100% actually, very nice. And then Aerial Ace to actually cover up some weaknesses, I believe, or to make sure you can always hit a mark. I'm forgetting what weakness it covers up for, or helps out. Anyway, there's also Thunder Punch, which is to cover up his weakness to water, makes so you think a water type can do something to me? Yes, but that's his move. Thunder Punch, I would choose for him. And then Brick Fight for his fighting type move, which is a fairly strong move. Now, next one here is my favorite newest starter that they added with Gen 8, and that is Inteleon. Is that how you say his name? Inteleon? Yes, and his Gigamax form, which I'm going to separate as two separate images, so I'll show his regular form, then I should show his Giga form. And with that, it's time to show his stat blocks. Boom, that's his stat blocks, which really he is fast, very fast, I must say. Now, with him, with Evo training, what I would go for is his attack and defense, but then his speed as well. So how he could take on a few more physical hits and output more damage, while also being even faster, giving a bit more advantage on the field. Now his type is water and water only, so he has not many weaknesses, but still annoying to deal with because they're a bit more common types. Now his first ability is Snipe Shot, A damage, 100% accuracy. His signature move, actually, I believe, which works with his Gigamax form, which is very cool and very fun. And yeah, basically it's supposed to do a fair amount of damage, and it's a cool water type move. That's why I chose it. Air Slash is to cover up for his weakness to glass, as it's one of the few air type moves that does a lot of damage. It has a decrease on accuracy, but it has a fair amount of damage, I would say. And Air Slash could help out in the field a lot. Now to cover up his weakness to electric, he has Mud Shot, which also is a similar situation to Air Slash, but one of his strong only ground move he can learn, sadly, but still has advantages. Now, I just chose this Dragon type move because I was surprised that he could learn a Dragon type move, but it's cool. Breaking Swipe, physical type move, 60 damage, 100% accuracy. I just thought it would be surprising type of attack to have for Pokemon on your team that's water, to suddenly have Pokemon you wouldn't expect to have a Dragon move, just suddenly hit you with a Dragon type move, and it's probably fun to add that. And now, next one is Lucario. No, Lincoln Rock. Sorry. Lincoln Rock. Lucario and Lincoln Rock. I mix up the names. Lincoln Rock Dusk form, because I really like the Dusk form the most out of all of them. Now, here's the stat blocks for the Dusk form. Now, as you can see, he actually has a really weak stat, so I instantly want to cover that a bit and increase stat for the special attack type of things. So it increases his capability with special attacks and makes it so he can do a lot more. Now, with covering weakness, heatness, and all that, increasing that, I'm also going to go with just amping up what also is good. So that means both his speed and attack would be amped up if I want to choose 3 of his stats to equal up, making him a whole lot faster and a whole lot more damage he can do. Basically, he's supposed to rush in, do damage. That's what he's for. And then his type is Rock, of course, and it's very interesting type, really, with how it works. Really, it's always been a constant mess on how good it was. And now we have Fire Fang for his first move, actually. Physical attack, a decreased chance to hit, actually, and all of that, but doesn't matter to me. 65 high no, 65, yeah, 65 damage you can do. It's a very nice move in my opinion, and also can help out certain weakness points here and there, like can deal steel and a few others. I forget people type advantages often. That's one of my weaknesses. Now this one I was surprised to find out he could have, and that's Psychic Fangs, but it's actually a cool idea. Yeah, and actually does quite a bit of damage for a move that usually this wolf wouldn't have. Now, for its one rock type move, it's only rock type move, Stealth Rock. Yeah, that's right. A rock type Pokemon only has one rock type move, and it's Stealth Rock. How's that for a surprise twist? Now, its next move to help out with like water types, actually, because like water types are strong against them. Thunder Fang, in which, yeah, it's a lot of fang biting and rock throwing. That's what he does. A little spiking of rocks and bites you all over the place. That's how he rolls. Yeah. Now, the legendary Pokemon. The legendary one that I have chosen, which I do not know how to pronounce his name, but looking at the entire list of legendaries, which ones I like and all that, which ones I care for, I decided to go with Zorgar, yes, this rare mythical legendary one. Either way, it's a rare one, and only one out there. But now, with him, his base stats are this, and he is a fast boy. Yes, and it has very good stats, I must say. So I would go with actually increasing its HP and doing its special defense, hence would be good as well. And then I want actually amp speed with Evil Drain, because really, the faster he can go, the more he can do, in my opinion. So I would increase his special defense, HP, and speed for this if I would choose 3. If I would amp it all up, that would just be too boring, really. But yeah, I would if I was trying to be really competitive. Now, his type is Electric, which is very basic, but yeah. So he has Plasma Fist, 100 damage, one of the most high damages you can find out there. 100% accuracy too. Melee type, very cool moves. Move name, I must say. Acrobatics for flying, type move he has. He does 55 damage, and which help to. It's there to help him hit certain targets that they need to hit. Now, close combat. I found out he could have this. I was like, although it's a disadvantage with close combat because it decreases attack, I would use this in such situations I know he can 1 KO an enemy. I mean, it does 112 damage. And then finally, Thunderbolt, the only second electric move it has, unlike all the Pokemon in my team, Thunderbolt. 90 damage, 100% accuracy. It's a special move type attack, which hopefully should do well. Yeah, so that's the Pokemon team I put together for fun, really, but it's one of my cool Pokemon team ideas. And if you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments below. But no, yeah, I'm gonna have a picture of a Fang pop up here, because as you know, there is the whole thing of Ash Greninja, which I think really makes Greninja cool and all that. The whole capability of having a special bond with a trainer, and suddenly, boom, he can transform his powerful form after he defeats the Pokemon. Now, I'd love to see that more with different Pokemon, because really, it's like only one Pokemon gets it ever, and it's never brought up again, nor ever possible again. Yeah, it sounds like a little garbage. I'm sorry, but no. Trainers other than Ash Ketchum from the anime that could probably pull that off. Really. And so, Infernape, I would actually love to see happen at some point. Like, I don't know, a crazy boy Infernape. Like, I'm the one who can have a special bond with Infernape partner and just go, ah, and all that ridiculous anime stuff. But it would be fun to actually see that again with another Pokemon of some type. And it would be cool to see it from Infernape, in my opinion, because its Flame Wheel capability, because as you know with Ash Ninja, its Shuriken ability would actually amp up damage over time as you use it. As you know, for Gigantic Water Shuriken has got, as the more he uses it, the more powerful it got. I would love to see that with Flame Wheel, and that would be awesome to see. But anyway, folks, this is Crazy Boy, hoping you enjoy today's video, and I'm out of here.